Hello everyone, this is CS Priyanka from CS Priyanka's Profession Classes. Welcome to my class. Today the topic is Doctrine of Privity of Contract under Indian Contract Act 1872. Okay, so privity of contract, the other name is stranger to contract. So privity of contract, uh, or else you can the examiner can also ask about the stranger to contract. Anyone you can say. So doctrine of privity of contract or stranger to contract. So basically I would like to tell you, like we are doing the chapter contract. Contract means there must be a contract between the parties. So minimum two parties needed to enter into a contract. Now when there is a two party, only A will interfere in the A will interfere in the act of B and B will interfere in the act of A. Okay, and relating to that such contract, no third parties, no third parties are allowed to interfere between them. This is known as doctrine of privity of contract. That means if any differences arises between the parties, then A will bring a case against B, or A will file a case against B, or B can file a case against A. But no third party other than A and B can file a case or can bring a case against A or B, or vice versa. Got it? So this is all about privity of contract. So let's get started. Doctrine of privity of contract, or we can say like the other term is stranger to contract. Now, the base thing is a contract is something, the contract is specifically between the parties. You have to understand. Like in a contract, minimum two parties will be there. Okay. Now, one party, that means I cannot enter into a contract with myself. I need one more party to enter into a contract. Now, I can take an example of two parties. So, if there is a two parties, obviously one is seller and one other is buyer. And that contract is a personal things between them. So, a contract is only between these two parties. And no third party other than these parties to the contract are allowed to interfere in the matter of the parties to contract. So, no third party or no stranger can sue upon it. So, either these two party A and B, one party can file a case against other party, or the other party can file a case against this party. But no, other than these parties, no other party, that means third parties, cannot interfere in their matter. Now, Indian Contract Act 1872 is silent regarding this right of stranger to contract to sue or not to sue. That means whether any third party can interfere in the matter of these parties to contract or not, whether they can interfere or not, means regarding this matter is the fact is full silent in this act, that is Indian Contract Act 1872. Now what happens, we are having a lot of acts, okay, and each acts regulate one topic. For example, like Indian Contract Act regulates contract, how to enter into a contract or agreement, like that. Partnership Act regulates if you enter into a partnership with any other party, that is going to be regulated by the Partnership Act. If you open a company, then it will be regulated by the Companies Act. Or if you open a LLP, limited liability or partnership, then LLP Act is there. So individual acts are there to guide you relating to that specific matter. Now, either we will follow this act, and if anything is missing in this act, we usually follow English common law. What is English common law? When the act was not there before, we were under the British rule. In that time, this English common law was there. Okay, so according this law, we were ruled. Now, after these act came, so these act, were passed in the parliament and then enforced on us. Now, before this, like I'm talking about, like Indian Contract Act came in 1872. So, what about before 1872? Okay, so on that time we were used to follow this English common law. So usually either we will follow these individual acts, whatever is written, and if anything is silent in these respective acts, then we will check once in this act, that is English common law, what they are telling. So if this is silent and they are telling something, then we will follow this. And if on specific things this act is telling something and this English common law is telling something else, then we will follow our act. So basically we will follow our act only, but the topic they are silent, our Indian law is silent or act is silent, we are going to follow this Indian common law. Got it? Relating to this privity of contract, privity of contract or stranger to contract, specifically, this Indian Contract Act is silent. Nothing is written in this act regarding this matter, like whether the third party or stranger is having right to sue or not to sue, like that. But in English common law, whenever we follow this law, English common law, it is written there that only a person who is party to a contract, that means the parties to a contract, in a contract only, whose name are written as a party, those party can sue upon it. That means A, B is a party, A can sue B, B can sue A. But no other third party or stranger can interfere into their matter. So though Indian Contract Act is silent, we are following the rule of English common law. That's why in India also the common law doctrine of privity of contract is applicable. Though Indian Contract Act is silent, this English common law doctrine of privity of contract is applicable on us. Now, but normally, as per, if we follow this English common law, as per this law, it is clear like only the parties to the contract can sue upon each other, but third parties cannot interfere, or third parties cannot sue against the parties or cannot file a case against the parties. But some exceptions are there. Exceptions means in which cases the third party can sue or can file a case. Some situations are there. For example, like such as beneficiaries under trust or charge. If you in a trust, what happened? There are three parties in a under trust. For example, like one is the author, the person who disposed the property. Other is trustee, the person who take care of that trust. Okay, who got appointed. Usually, author appoints trustee, and for whose benefit all this trust is carried on, or like that. So trustee take care of this trust for the benefit of the beneficiary. So there are three party involved here. In that cases is an exception, like third party, if anyone is doing fraud, if trustee is doing fraud, beneficiary is having right to file a case. So in such cases third party can interfere. Marriage settlement, in a marriage we need a witness to sign in our registration paper. So here also in a marriage settlement also, the third party can interfere. Okay, like a girl is tortured, her father is having right to file a case against in-laws. Partition also like that. So it's a partition between between family or a husband wife. Here also third party can interfere. Okay, estoppel. Estoppel is a concept like the act, any act, whoever is doing the act, he is not the owner. I can give you an example, like father is bedridden and the father's property is there on sale. So father wants to sell his property. So father authorized his son that to sell the property. So father cannot move here and there, cannot deal with the customer and all, but son is doing all the act in on behalf of the father for selling the property, but actually son is not the owner. So in that case, what happened? With the consent of the actual owner, the son is actually acting as a owner. That is known as estoppel. Any agency also, there will be a 3-person agency, means agent. Like 2-person is there, like a broker or agent. A, B is a 2-person. So they have appointed an agent. Okay, the person who will appoint an agent, that person will become principal to that agent. So in that situation also 3 people are coming. So anyone if is doing fraud, so third party can interfere. Or aside, in any case of insurance policy. In insurance policy also, there will be a like insurance company, the party policy holder, as well as the person who the agent, we can say insurance agent. So there will be a 3-party. Usually we usually talk to the agent. So if any problems happens between us, so there are 3%. If you see the policy also, actually the agreement or contract is between the policy holder and the company, but in between agent works. Agent do everything. So in that cases also, if any fraud or if any type of situation comes in future, so third party may interfere. So these are the situation where third party can interfere. That's why these are the exceptions. Okay, these are the exceptions. Other than these, if you're talking about, other than these things, if you're talking about a normal contract between the parties, then other than contracts, no third party are allowed to interfere in their matter. One case law is there, Dunlop Pneumatic Tire Company Limited versus Selfridge and Company Limited. This is a very popular case law relating to these privity of contract or stranger to contract. What this case is telling. First, let me read this one and then I will explain you. Dunlop Company is the manufacturer of motor car tire and sold same of the tire to the Dew and Company with an agreement that these tires should not be sold below list price. Dew and Company sold the tires to the respondent Selfridge and Company for £5. Respondent company, that is Selfridge and Company, sold the same below the list price. Dunlop Company brought an action against the respondent company to recover the damage of the same. It was held that the Dunlop Company could not bring any action against Selfridge and Company as there is no contract made between them. So let me explain this case in the next page. So what this case is telling, there was a contract between 2 parties. One party is Dunlop Company and the other party is Dew and Company. Now the object of the contract is motor car tire. Motor car tire. Now it is said like Dunlop Company is the manufacturer of motor car tire and Dunlop Company entered into a contract with Dew and Company to sell this motor car tire, and there is one condition in the contract that if after buying this motor car tire, if Dew and Company wants to sell this motor car tire, they can sell it, but the price should not be below list price. Okay, so they should not sell this below list price. So what does this means? Like whatever will be the market value or the sell price, they should not sell it. That means the buyer should not sell it below this market rate. Got it? So in case if the Dunlop company is selling this tire to Dew and Company for rupees 10, then Dew and Company should not sell this motor cut tire below 10. They have to sell it either for rupees 10 or more. Now the situation is like that. This contract between the parties Dunlop Company and Dew and Company to relating to this object, that is motor cut tire, on one condition that Dew and Company, if wants to sell this tire, they can sell it. They should not sell this below list price. So whatever is the market rate or the sell price, they should not sell below that price. Now Dew and Company sold this tire to Selfridge and Company for £5. Okay, which is not below list price. This is okay. But Selfridge and Company sold it I'm writing in short MCT, that is motor cut tire, sold this motor cut tire to some other company below list price. Got it? So actually the contract is between Dunlop and Dew, but Dew has not contravened the contract. Dew has sold the motor cut tower to Selfridge and Company for £5, which is actually about not below the list price. But this is the Selfridge Company sold it to other company which is below list price. And in that case, what happened? Dunlop Company filed a case against this other company. Got it? For selling below list price, and means actually brought a case. Dunlop Company actually brought a case against this Selfridge, which is a respondent company who has done it actually. Respondent company. So Dunlop Company has filed a case against this respondent company who did that crime. That means who sold it below list price. Now the court is telling that this Dunlop Company, court, it was held in the court. Court said that Dunlop Company cannot sue the respondent company, that is Selfridge and Company. That means Dunlop Company cannot file any case against Selfridge and Company because there is no valid contract between Dunlop and Selfridge. Got it? Because to file a case, you should have the evidence. So the contract was between Dunlop and Dew has not done any breach of that contract. Dew has followed. While Dew has sold the thing, it's not below the list price. So Dew has not done anything. So the contract was between these two parties. And this is the third party. So though third party, the Dunlop is not having any direct link with this third party, because there is no contract between Dunlop and Selfridge. That's why court dismissed, and court said like Dunlop Company cannot file any case against respondent company to recover the money. Got it? So this is a privity to contract is applicable in these cases. That means third party cannot interfere and you cannot bring the third party. Like third party has done some crime, so you cannot file. You are not directly linked with this party, so you cannot file a case against this third party. Got it? So this is one of the case relating to privity to contract. So thank you. I think I have made it very simple for you to read this topic, privity to contract. Still, if you're having any query, write in my comment section. I will reply. So thank you. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. See you soon.